Hello and welcome to the launch party for poet and beloved Sanna Wani's highly anticipated debut collection, My Grief, the Sun. I'm Malvika Jolly, curator of this reading series, The New Third World, and today I have the pleasure and privilege of welcoming Truly a Society of Angels, featuring Faith Arkuful, Farah Ghafoor, Sadia Hassan, Victoria Mambabazi, and Hua Si, who will be helping us to ring in this book's first birthday and celebrate Sanna's incandescence. This book arrived into this world earlier this month with House of Anansi Press. If you haven't gotten your copy yet, or if you, like me, are carrying around a bootleg copy of your own devising, Jess is going to drop a link in the chat just for you. The publishers have really graciously offered a 20% discount, which you can apply by entering the code SUN20 as you check out. Lastly, though we are all convened virtually right now, as part of our celebration of Sanna's beautiful book, we're planting a field of daisies across the world. We're hoping that this will have roots wherever you are tuning in from right now, but we need your help. So if you'd like to help us do that and get some seeds and instructions in the mail, you can fill out a form that will be in the chat in just a sec. So before I pass the mic over to Sanna, who will introduce our readers and say a couple words to make them blush, I would be remiss if I did not say a couple words to make her blush. So I'm here to tell you I really can't say enough about her and this magical gem of a book. I can't recommend it highly enough. Sanna writes poems full of wisdom, full of prayer, grief, and the calm stillness of a person who has a relationship to spirituality, nature, and the self. These poems really capture a really interesting kind of eroticism, reminding me so much of the notes we keep for just ourselves from within our own private longings. They feel like one stop on the long road of lineage, part Aga Shahid Ali, part Anne Carson, some small shadow of Fez leaning over the whole thing. But they all come to you really in what feels to me like the intimate voice of one's own mother. These poems traverse so much geography, landscape, topography, and they have a real relationship to land, mountain, valley, but also they just as easily travel through the vibrational landscape we are all wandering within. It makes perfect sense then that Sanna's narrator is in search of a map and that this book of poems is what gives them to us. Her poems are populated by an assortment of capital F friends, or maybe capital F Farishte, another word for angel, which after all is another word for friend. In this world, hunger and materiality sit side by side, bumping shoulders, never quite agreeing. The moon and the ocean discuss history, try to remember its shape together. Grief is a friend, puncturing a hole in time through which we slip. The sky asks her a question. Before she has time to reply, the night steals the answer from her. And I guess in the past few weeks, I've been thinking so much about the title, My Grief, the Sun, and how Sanna's poems are littered with not just one, but many similar articulations and equations. And I'll list just like a few from her book. This is kind of a chanto. She writes, my grief, the sun, a seed, a kind of stone, belief, a kind of touch, the day, an orientation of light, the ocean, an endless symmetry, my wrist, the canon of a song, a star, a basket we carry havoc in, silence, that which opens doors, fear, which unlocks tenderness, every name, a song, every voice, a soul, your departure, loneliness, memory, a city of loss, grief, a friend who is good to us, joy, a promise we make with our bodies. So I've really been thinking about how this is a thing that Sanna does, giving us a tidy list of materials, but leaving out the connective tissue ordinarily found in the space between them. And by doing so, she sort of allows new meanings to grow in the stretch between. If language represents a wound, as M. Novese Philip tells us, then in Sanna's world, she's stitching together a new world of language with different pairings for different outcomes. And it is a mathematical and fantastical world, like the rolling of a die. In her mathematics, she glosses her universe, every precise object with new meanings. And in this way, it feels like how everything, a name, a song, a seed, a fear, contains within it already in its outcomes, contains within it already its new outcomes, tidily clasped in its center before the word is even uttered. Reading into this world is fantastical and really reassuring. like looking into a mirror, and in the face of that mirror is another mirror, and in the face of that mirror is the reflection of a mirror, and in that reflection, something new. And in the end, this book really feels like an exercise in what it means to use your whole heart daily, to apply its full gentleness onto the world. So I'm so excited that we're going to get to hear from it and all of its friends and interlocutors and neighbors. Sanna, I'm so excited to celebrate you. Thank you for writing this wonderful world. And I'm so excited to pass you the mic. Take it away.